Cole said something annoying, and Kieran rolled his eyes at it, and
Kaida missed with Eldritch Blast.
yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. We're bad, and we should feel bad.
I'm just spinning in my chair.
Quite impressive, considering they're not chairs that spin.
Well, he got the one with the add-on.
Found the local tinkerer and had him add some.
And Tinkerman was like, "I'm pretty sure you'll be fine." Oh, fuck.
These hardly ever explode.
Wait, explosions are possible?
It only
Hardly
happens
ever.
like 80. I mean, it's like 5% of the time. It's fine.
Just don't go too fast or too slow.
Yeah. It's really finding that
You don't really put
equilibrium.
any pressure on it.
Yeah, it would actually be best if you stood the whole time that you used it.
Like 50 meters away.
Reasonable. It's how most people use chairs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you guys
smoking. That's a perfectly normal.
feature, not a bug. So last we left off, I believe you guys had identified the loot from your previous looting. Went a great effort to get that identified. But that all has been taken care of. You have quite a bit of money now compared to where you've been at previously.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the basis of comparison there. I currently have 3 gold, 6 silver.
That's because everyone decided to...
But I think I spent some in the last session.
I don't remember.
Oh no, you gave all of Skylar's money to...
Yes. Yeah. And
as it should be, the rogue should always take the money of the people who have wandered off.
Did we sell their corpses?
No.
It hadn't gone quite that far yet.
We did leave them with the gypsies.
Which is why you took their money, obviously. For safekeeping. You can't trust gypsies.
Oh, and the last thing, right as we were ending last week, you all had received a letter as you got back to the tavern.
And all I remember about it at this moment is that it was ominous.
Yeah, I will reread it to refresh your minds and probably introduce it to Nick, because I think you at that point. Yeah, the invitation said, "My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to the land, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you dine at my castle so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a safe one. I await your arrival. Your host, Strahd von Zarovich."
I wonder what he's planning on having for dinner.
Maybe us?
That was kind of my thought.
He is well known for his adventurous palate.
I have no idea if we have any side quests left to clear.
There's just that. I think there was one about Mercenary Mountain of Gold.
Because we had the tarots with like 5
Yeah.
things to do.
Yeah, the last one is basically where you'll find your enemy at. Leaving the one other item to find something lying with the dead under a mountain of gold coins.
Yes, which leaves us going, eh?
Yeah, you guys haven't picked up any strong leads on that one yet. I imagine you would have noticed if you had ran across a mountain of gold coins.
Hello.
Hey, welcome.
Konnichiwa. Or wait, it's 7:30. Konbawa. I haven't been watching any anime lately. I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not. It's totally unlike you.
Why would I subscribe to Netflix when I can subscribe to Crunchyroll?
Exactly.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to go deal with the dogs. I'll be back, and I don't know.
No worries. But yeah, so you guys have basically that one card left before the one pointing you towards Strahd specifically. Somewhere where the dead are, somewhere with a mountain of gold.
And that doesn't necessarily mean coins. There's lots of other things that could be a gold mountain.
Well, this one, the reading actually did specify a mountain of gold coins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have seen nothing that would apply.
Yeah. Let's see. We covered a lot of the territory, though. Look at the overall map.
Yeah. And obviously you guys haven't been to the castle yet.
Right.
There's a handful of other places you haven't been yet.
Have we been to Mount Gackus?
You have not been to Mount Gackus.
No.
I mean, maybe a handful of, or no, Barfolk. I can't really read it very well. In the north.
Hey, guys. I'm just
Hey.
hopping on my phone here so I can continue to listen in while I deal with the dogs.
Sounds good.
Good workaround.
So, I mean, the whole Mountain of Gold Coins thing, maybe a dragon, and dragons like mountains? I don't know. We haven't heard any rumblings of dragons, though. Usually, people talk about stuff like that.
Maybe hibernating. If it is. Uh, Wonder if there's.
Because I'm thinking the more these things we finish, the weaker Strahd will be.
Yeah. One of 'em-
Yeah, you definitely get the sense that these cards were laid out in such a way to help you in your quest to defeat Strahd. Perhaps you can do it without all of them, but having all of them at hand would definitely make the job easier.
Hmm.
Yeah. The beginning of the last clue. The beginning of the last clue. This card tells of history. So maybe an historian might know something of this.
These are the Tarka handouts,
Yes.
right?
You could always get a hold of the gypsies.
Yeah, that is always a possibility.
Maybe there's a crypt or a burial mound somewhere.
Yeah.
Also a possibility. Old
Yeah.
lands like this are certain to have dead people buried all over the place.
I would say that the gypsies would probably be our best bet, since gypsies are renowned for being storytellers, and most of those stories come from their history.
Do we have any idea where they are?
A few days ago, we rescued one from the lake, the Archivets, and they were camped outside of town. The lady that we rescued didn't want to go there, but maybe the camp is still there, or maybe she might know where it's at. I forget the girl's name though.
Arabelle, I believe.
Arabelle, yeah.
Well, I guess we could go try to find them and ask about it.
Yeah, doesn't hurt, and we're just outside of town, it looks like. Let's see. There's even a new map for that. Let's. So you guys head out to the campsite.
Cole will immediately find one of the elders and start drinking. And just literally shooting the shit with him.
He definitely looks a bit hungover from the last night. He's like, man, as much as I drink, you must drink quite a bit to be back on it already.
The trick is you just don't stop.
Yeah, I'm what they call a functioning alcoholic. So I got that going for me because I can still function, right?
If you say so. Yes, yeah, I guess suppose you seem to be functioning all right.
Yeah, I mean, besides, the liver is evil. It needs to be punished.
What brings you to drink so early in the morning?
Well, first of all, it's just really late at night. And second of all, we're trying to get some information. And I have no idea who we're supposed to talk to about it, but I figured you guys seem pretty damn smart and you really know your history. So figured we'd start with you guys. And Cole will attempt his best to explain the foreshadowing, the prophecy and such.
Ah, you spoke with Madame Eva, I take it. She's
Yes.
known for things such as this.
Oh, more than once.
Of that we are well aware.
Yeah, so I mean, if you guys have any guidance you could give us, that would be, I don't know, what's the word, guys? Like awesome or something?
Um, Say the thing that you seek lies with the dead, under a mountain of gold coins.
Yeah, I like that second part.
Wouldn't we all?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked the first part too. As long as they're not undead, I don't give a crap how many bodies are buried there.
So let's see, where might dead be kept? In a cemetery? You wouldn't find a mountain of gold there, I don't think.
No, I doubt that.
Sort.
Crypt or tomb, maybe? That'd be
Yeah.
possible. Or if you've got like a really badass monster that has pissed everybody off and they keep sending people over there to take care of it and they just keep dying, that could also, I guess, be part of the translation.
It just sounds like feeding the monster with extra steps.
Technically, I mean, you can consider it virgin sacrifice because only a freaking idiot would go over there and try to do that crap without getting laid first.
Yeah, I think a crypt does seem likely.
Yeah, but do you guys have any of those anywhere in these lands? Looks like it's
Yeah.
mostly, countryside and stuff.
Oh, you're not wrong there. Only one person we know that would have both a crypt and a mountain of gold to keep in it.
He's gonna say that dude's name that invited us for dinner. I know it.
And he just kind of looks over you. I think you know who I'm talking about.
Son of a bitch. As it is, we got invited to his place for dinner. Not exactly sure how to take that, but yeah, there's that. Do you think it'd be possible for us to be able to get into his crypt without him noticing and then hit dinner? Or do you think it's kind of one of those things we're going to have to meet with him and then maybe try to get into the crypt afterwards?
Afterwards seems more likely, knowing Strahd. I mean, sure, you might be able to sneak in beforehand, but going in blind might be kind of difficult. But who might say? You seem capable.
You know anyone in? He has any old maps of the castle?
Uh,
Specifically the crypt, right?
Yeah.
I can't say that I do.
Okay.
And if there's any maps or blueprints or whatnot, Strahd's probably got them locked away somewhere.
I'm sitting here watching the puppy death match right now in front of me.
Although if I know anything about castle design, they don't tend to put the crypts at the top of the towers.
It would seem kind of be counterproductive, I think, if they did that. All the way to the dead, kind of pressing down top of you, right?
Yeah. I don't know, maybe the basement of the castle be a good place to start.
Yeah. Now, is there a difference between the crypt and the dungeon?
Sometimes crypts are dungeons.
Yeah, I'm looking at the clues in the last card.
Um,
I can't read it right now. Would you read it out loud?
Yeah, your enemy is a creature of darkness whose power is beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. Dungeon, lurks in a hall of bones in dark pits of his castle. In the dark pits of his castle.
Oh, yeah, definitely sounds like there might be something useful there in Strahd's crypt, and that might be where we have to confront him as well. Great.
Hmm.
it seems fate has conspired to make your job harder than it needs to be. But who am I to argue with fate?
I mean, you can argue. You just probably won't win.
I argue with fate all the damn time.
Oops.
I'd like to meet the person that could argue against fate and win.
He doesn't mean the bartender fate back home.
Well, but oh, never mind. She and I get into it from time to time. Usually it's about my tab, but not always.
So you have that information or guidance in hand now.
So it sounds to me like what we need to do is make sure that all of us have some freaking healing potions, whoever has a lot of money and can find freaking healing potions. Uh, and yeah, then I suppose we have a dinner invite to attend.
That it sounds like.
As I recall, the last time we went shopping for healing potions, we all fell over at the price of them.
Yeah.
You guys have a bit more money now.
Mm-hmm.
And how much is money worth when you're bleeding out in a dungeon? I'm sure that's a question that Linus and Lucy are both asking themselves right now as they fight to the death.
I mean, you just gotta learn to heat metal spell, then use it to cauterize your wounds. It'll be fine.
I mean, that's a logical solution. I'm sorry, it's the funniest damn thing in the world to see a female puppy mount her brother. Obviously, she's
You know,
trying to
Pimp,
let
I
him
don't know
know
where
his
this is
boss,
going.
but it's pretty damn hysterical.
Mm-hmm. So, armed with that information, what would you like to do now?
Be inside where I could get to my computer.
I can't help you much with that one.
Yeah.
Well,
I fully
sounds
understand that the dogs are literally on top of my lap while fighting to the death. And I'm like, those are snapping jaws right next to my balls. This is not making me feel very confident.
We were going to say something, Nick?
I was gonna say, I guess we head for dinner.
Yeah. Now, Vistanya, the
Mm-hmm.
child that we found in the
Oops.
lake.
Yeah.
Did I just lose audio?
Maybe?
No, you're there.
You're back now. I don't know if you did for a bit, but yeah, you're here now.
I wonder how she, he says this card will help you in the battle against the darkness. Did she give us anything or do anything? I don't recall. I don't think she did.
She has given you her presence.
Oh, okay.
She kind of looks back. Is it not enough that I'm just here with you?
Okay.
Needing something?
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's been a couple moons ago. So, do we camp out at the inn for one night, then go? Just because then I can refresh the spell list to what we want.
Well, like I said, we should get supplies and then go.
Okay.
And if getting supplies takes us into the evening, then obviously we stay at the inn and go during the day.
Alright, yeah, so you guys head back over to the village. Shopping around town, you can get healing potions. They are 100 gold apiece for the regular potion of healing.
Yeah, I'm good.
Now, do we shop this place out of vials, or are we at a different town? I can use the blessed water to create holy water as a ceremony spell. Because I think this is the town that we bought all of them available. Am I right or wrong?
I don't remember if you bought all of them or not.
Okay.
To my knowledge, we did not buy them all out because I think my character's only got one.
Okay. And I'm not even sure if this was the town that we were in. Yeah, wasn't it? Town we first got to.
Yeah, I don't recall which one you were in when that happened.
Just quick question
Yes.
as well. Are we level 7? Did I sleep through a level up?
That
I
sounds
think we're
accurate.
level 20 right now, right?
No. Yeah, 7 looks right.
Okay.
7 might look right, but 20 feels right.
Okay, good. I'm the right level. And we'll be picking up Uh, let's see. How many NPCs do we have with us?
Your party size is currently 7.
Let's go with 7 healing potions.
Oh, okay. One per person, I presume?
Yep.
That gives me a total inventory of 3 healing potions.
Perfect. I've dropped one in Alton's and Kieran's inventory. I will get
Thank you.
Cole here as well.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah, because that gives me 1.
Yeah, I think maybe you had some and used them, or maybe you just never had any to begin with. I don't remember for sure.
I had and used at least 1.
Yeah. Okay. The NPCs have a potion each as well now.
Which they can keep or apply to us as they feel like.
Exactly. So by the time you guys finish up shopping, it's maybe midday. You can either head out now or stick around for another night and depart the next day.
If we stay the night, I have 4 spell slots, first level. I could do 4 holy waters because it just cut 1 vial each, and that'd give me some more to pass around. Strahd may not like that one.
Probably not.
I mean, I'd be okay with that.
Okay.
And the
Yep.
invitation is not dated, it just says come for dinner.
Right. Didn't say what was for dinner either.
I mean, I presume it's us.
Yeah.
Where would you get that idea from?
Oh, just a hunch.
Okay, so you guys
Personally,
do.
I think it was the
Go ahead.
Donjon card as much as anything.
Mhm. So, uh, you guys, Alton, you're able to create those vials of holy water.
Okay. Be 4 more. Pass those out. Whoever wants one can have one. I have 8 holy waters already prior to this, so that gives 12 total.
Who would like some holy water?
Um, I'll take a couple. I don't have any.
All of
Okay.
us should have 2. One of the NPCs should have 1.
Okay.
Alright, I'm throwing holy water in inventories of people who don't have any.
And minus some out of mine.
Yeah.
because it does 2d6 radiant.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And it looks like Esmeralda had a couple of potion or flasks of holy water herself already, so I'll pass one over to Irina. And let's see. Do some math. There we are. Okay. So that's been taken care of. You guys can go ahead and get a long rest in if you're not fully recharged.
Any request on spells? Should I take purify food and drink? Group question.
I don't know how useful that'll be.
We're invited to dinner. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it depends on how subtly you can do it.
Probably wouldn't be that subtle.
And it's got verbal and somatic components, so you're both saying and doing something to cast a spell. And you're not a sorcerer, so you don't get a subtle spell. So if he was out of the room, you could do it without him knowing, probably. But if he's in the room at all, yeah, you know that you're casting something on the food.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the dogs are being an absolute pill. I will be back as soon as I can. And meantime, I'll still try to listen in.
All right. Well, while you are deciding on your spells, at least go ahead and get down the road a ways. You guys begin the long, slow trek across through the forest and through the hills. And can I get a perception check from everyone as you're doing this?
I'm busy reading a book.
Let me find.
So Kieran and Alton notice something rather odd. Virtually every other time that you've been out traveling these roads, you've run across something. Usually something dangerous, but you've always been running across something. There's been absolutely nothing of the sort on this leg of your journey. Clear roads, fair weather, as peaceable of a journey as you've ever had in these lands.
The letter did say that we would be safe.
Remember what that gate is?
That is just a giant gate. I think I have an art handout for it. Big fancy stone gates. Look something like that. They're all open, allowing an easy passage through.
Gate of decapitated heroes, yes.
Mm-hmm. So as you guys get to the fork in the road where you're about to turn east, you find parked at said fork in the road, pointing east, a large black carriage drawn by two black horses. The horses snort puffs of steamy breath into the chill mountain air, and aside as the door of the carriage swings open silently.
Is there a carriage driver?
There is not. There is a carriage with two horses strapped to it.
Well, that's not creepy. I guess we get in the death carriage.
Okay. So you guys pile into the carriage, close the door behind you. As soon as you're all seated and settled, the horses depart down the road to the east. As you journey along, after winding through the forest and craggy mountain peaks, the road takes a sudden turn to the east, and the startling, awesome presence of Castle Ravenloft towers before you. The carriage comes to a dead stop before twin turrets of stone, broken from years of exposure. Beyond these guard towers is the precipice of a 50-foot wide, fog-filled chasm that disappears into depths unknown. A lower drawbridge of old, shored-up wooden beams stretches across the chasm, between you and the archway of the courtyard. The chains of the drawbridge creak in the wind, their rust-eaten iron straining under the weight. From atop the high halls, stone gargoyles stare at you out of their hollow eye sockets and grin hideously. A rotting wooden portcullis, green with gross, hangs above the entry tunnel. Beyond this location, the main doors of Ravenloft stand open. The rich, warm light spills from within, flooding the courtyard. Torches flutter sadly in sconces on both sides of the open doors.
kind of feel like we're being watched.
I don't think there's any doubt. But, greetings to the castle and its lord. Present the letter, your guests have arrived.
And the as you present the letter, nothing seems to happen other than the way before you appears open.
Is there anything to do other than proceed?
No, does not appear to be. Actually, gonna switch out for the party token here just to make everything a little bit easier. Keep you together until something interesting happens. So yeah, you have the drawbridge in front of you. You guys begin making your way across and into the castle courtyard.
And the death carriage is still out there somewhere?
Yeah, it just sits parked on the other side of the chasm and just kind of hangs out there.
Weird.
As you step into the courtyard, the thick, cold fog swirls around inside. Sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead as thunder shakes the ground. Through this drizzle, you see torch flames fluttering on each side of the keep's open main doors. Warm light spills out of the entrance, flooding the courtyard. High above the entrance is a round window with the shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. So, do you guys press forward to the entrance, or are you exploring elsewhere?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we've been formally greeted.
I
No.
mean,
Sort of exploring.
if we wanted to try to slip into the dungeon, but I'm pretty sure we're probably being watched.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, this is basically, hi, welcome to my abode. I have everything prepared to show you how hopeless and helpless you are. So, yeah, no, this is not a time for us to try to play Castlevania and try to sneak in.
Oh,
This is Strahd flexing nuts, basically.
you guys make your way across the main courtyard. Let's see. As you approach the doors, the ornate outer doors of the castle hang open, flanked by fluttering torches and iron sconces. 20 feet inside the castle is a second set of doors. proceeding further within?
I think that's really our main role with this, is to walk in until somebody greets us. Otherwise, let's get the lay of the land.
Alright. So as you guys step inside, you get about halfway through that entry room, and the doors in front of you suddenly swing open, revealing a grand hall filled with the sound of organ music. As you step in,
none of this is creepy at all. We're saying.
And as you leave that previous room, you notice overhead in the vaulted entry foyer, 4 statues of dragons glare down, their eyes flickering in the torchlight.
Like pseudo dragons or sculptures or dragons?
4 statues of dragons.
Sculptures of dragons.
Yeah. Probably. Let's see. So you step further inside. Cobwebs stretch between the columns that support the vaulted ceiling of a great, dusty hall dimly lit by sputtering torches and iron sconces. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. Double doors ahead of you are made of bronze. To the north, a wide staircase climbs into darkness. The lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors, through which you hear sad and majestic organ tones.
I think we should probably head towards the creepy music.
Yeah.
As you guys are stepping in, admiring the sights and deciding which way to go, an elf with brown skin and long black hair descends the wide staircase, white as a cat. He wears a gray cloak over black studded leather armor and has a polished scimitar hanging from his belt. "My master is expecting you," he says. He quietly steps down from the stairway and towards the sound of the organ music. "If you'll follow me, he will meet with you in here."
I don't suppose it's possible for us to get some booze while we're here, is it?
"There will be plenty of wine with dinner. Have no worries of that."
Wine? Oh, sure. I guess we could go for something non-alcoholic.
"If you're wanting something a bit stronger, I'm sure we can accommodate."
Oh, now you're talking.
So he leads the group of you down. As you step into the hallway offside of the initial room there, to the east, an arched hallway stretches for 20 feet, ending in a spiral staircase that goes up and down. Next to the hallway, a suit of armor, oiled and glistening, stands at attention in an alcove. And to the west, large double doors hang slightly open, and a steady bright light escapes through the opening. Swells of organ music come from behind the doors, spilling their melody of power and defeat into the hall.
Well, I'm just going to assume that the elf looks kind of like Toucan Sam, and we're just going to follow him and follow his nose wherever it goes.
He opens the door for you and waves you inside, where you find 3 enormous crystal chandeliers, brilliantly illuminating a magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with fine, white satin cloth. The table is laden with many delectable foods. Roasted beef basted in a savory sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, and sweet fruits and vegetables. Places are set for each of you with fine, delicate china and silver. At each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid, with a delicate and tantalizing fragrance. And Cole, you see one of the seats. The drink looks a little bit different. It was poured especially for you.
Nice.
At the center of the far west wall, between floor-to-ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out thunderous melodies that speak in its tone of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, a single caped figure pounds the keys in raptured ecstasy. The figure suddenly stops, as a deep silence falls over the dining hall, it turns towards you slowly.
Cole will very subtly, Cole subtly, slink
I'm very
over
much-
to his spot and grab a little bit of the drink and try it.
Okay.
I'm very much resisting the urge to Han Solo this shit.
And I'm also fairly certain that I'm fairly obvious to everybody that I'm just going over to grab my drink.
Yeah, you were trying it, you said?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Cole's trying to do the subtle, stealthy thing. And then, he's like grabbing the drink and like pulling it up to his chest. And then he's like,
Yeah, less stealthy than you imagine that you're being.
in Cole's mind, he is just suave and debonair. To everybody else, he's a freaking elf idiot.
Yeah, you look like a frat boy grabbing another beer at the party sort of thing.
He thinks he's Star Lord, but he comes across as Andy.
Mm-hmm. As you take a drink, I'm gonna need a Constitution save from you.
Please feel free to give it a roll for me.
In a turn of events, surprising exactly no one.
Let me guess, nat one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yup.
Fuck yeah.
So you take a nice big sip of it, not sure what to expect. You find that this liquor tastes excellent. Very smooth, smoky. What you didn't realize when you picked it up and before taking your rather large sip of it, that this is incredibly high proof. And you are already slightly drunk.
Nice. In that case, I think I'll just finish the glass. Especially with the Constitution roll of a 1.
Yeah, you are all now getting very drunk very fast.
So Cole takes a couple of sips, downs the glass, and in under a minute you see his eyes kind of glaze over and he slides to attempt to go into his chair, misses the chair, slides straight down onto the floor, and is holding on to the table by his elbows and his chin. Damn, that shit's smooth.
Yeah, it turns out what you had was not far off of at least in strength, from a wine glass's worth of Everclear.
Yeah.
Like an overproof brandy.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. Cole is feeling no pain.
So the figure at the organ turns to the group of you and a little bit confused at Cole, but kind of just dismisses it. Welcome. I'm very glad to see that you have taken up my offer for dinner.
It was a very lovely offer, Your Grace.
Oh, please, come, sit, eat. There's plenty for all. I made it all just for you. And let me welcome you to my castle. Not often I get visitors here. But I do appreciate you coming here. And as my gracious guest, you are free to explore the castle as you wish.
I'll be right
It
back.
would be, it
I'm,
would be
I'm,
interesting to
I'm gonna,
explore such a beautiful edifice.
I'm gonna swap from here to the computer. Be back.
What was that, Kaida?
It would be interesting to explore such a beautiful edifice. Do you have a library, perhaps? I would be very interested in seeing your book collection.
Let's see. Yes, there is a study. I'll find that upstairs. There we go. That's better. I have many ancient books over in there. I'm sure many of them you have never seen before. Feel free to browse, read over, and see if anything is of interest to you. I'm sure you can learn something. And I see how good of it is for you to have brought Tatiana straight to me. This is most excellent. Had I known it would have been this easy, I would have done this ages ago.
Yeah, maybe we should have left her at home.
Maybe. Sure, it'll be fine. But I will leave you to your dinner. Eat, enjoy, be full, be merry, as your friend is already well on his way to doing. And if you need anything, well, I'm sure we will meet again soon. And he vanishes out of sight with a mocking laugh.
How does he vanish? Like here, there.
Yeah, he's there one
Like
moment and
any
gone the
robber
next. The moment he does disappear, a fierce, bone-chilling wind rises up and roars through the hall. It puts out all of the flames, and you hear the screech of ancient hinges and the solid thud of many heavy doors slamming shut, one after the other in the distance. You also hear the portcullis clang and the tired groan of the drawbridge pulling up.
Well, we're here now.
How about that purified food and drink on this table?
Sorry, folks, not tonight. But I do have some rations with me.
Is there anything in the fireplace to be relit?
Yes, the torches and fireplaces could easily be relit with whatever fire starters you've got on hand without issue.
Okay. I'll use dark
I'm
vision to
gonna
find him.
check the food over.
It looks like food, smells like food.
Well, I'm convinced that it's perfectly fine, so let's just go ahead and dig in.
You do so.
I assume that the next thing you say is make a Constitution saving throw.
Nope, that was just for Cole. You begin eating your, grabbing food from the various serving trays in front of you, and find that this may be the most delicious meal you have eaten in your entire life. Everything is cooked to perfection, seasoned to perfection. Everyone besides Cole finds their glasses are just filled with wine, rather than whatever unknown spirits Cole had to drink.
Alcohol.
I'm just saying, at this point, Cole should probably make I don't know, an intelligence check, maybe? Thinking either an intelligence or wisdom. Obviously at disadvantage. I'm assuming wisdom would probably be the smart one to go with.
Probably.
That's good enough. Okay, I won't wild shape.
Probably for the best.
Cole was just like, I could wild shape into a bear right now, and I could eat this entire table's worth of food. So instead, he just thinks he's wild shaped and is making bear noises while throwing his face into his plate, pretty much.
Yeah, that sounds par for the course, given your level of intoxication.
We're definitely going for flapjacks after this.
There's nothing else to be done.
What was that?
I said there's nothing else to be done. It has to be.
Right?
Mhm. So you guys sit down and finish up your tasty meal. Everyone has eats to their fill and more.
No.
Or everyone who wishes to,
No,
I
I
should
don't.
say. The three NPCs with you all do sit down and enjoy the food.
I mean, it's extremely rare here and wonderful. And where on earth did you get it, and what was it before it was cooked?
Yeah.
Soylent Green is people.
I mean, as a Fae, that might not even really phase him. He might be like, oh, people taste pretty good. I had no idea.
I almost missed it. I forgot. I have a. I meant to show this as soon as you guys walked in, so I'll just show it now.
Yeah, but as a sneaky, cautious person, he's like, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm like, he was evil before. You know, don't trust the evil cook. Yeah.
Well, those of you who have wished to partake in the food have done so, and those of you who wish to abstain have, well, filled yourself of your own rations if you were hungry at all.
Cole is probably grabbing other people's plates, sloppily eating them, still thinking that he's a bear and making noises at everyone.
Mm-hmm. So, now that the dinner has concluded, what do you do now?
The only thing to do, and that's curl up in a giant ball on the table and try to sleep it off. Or under the table, whichever is more convenient and less noisy.
As much as I hate to say it, probably on the table.
Mm-hmm.
So be it.
Is there any? Can I do an investigation check?
Mhm.
See if there's any way to be spied upon. You know, like the pictures with removable eyes, a person who look behind, and other sneaky things.
You can give me a check, yeah.
You got a perception or investigation?
Well, either one was fine in this situation. Your choice.
Okay. Nope, I didn't find anything.
Nope. Seems that there's absolutely no way to spy on you in this room. None whatsoever. After giving Cole some time to sleep off his intoxication, he finally wakes back up, terribly hungover, but conscious and not drunk at least.
That wine was really good.
I don't think you had any wine.
I don't know, it was kind of fruity. Sorry about wild shaping into a bear, guys.
My character
And
laughs
kind of
out loud.
flammable.
Arabelle speaks up to your bear comment. You didn't change into a bear? You were you the whole time.
Really?
Yep, never changed.
I could have sworn I changed.
Maybe in mind, but not in body.
Well, be that as it may, I feel well rested. I hope the rest of you guys had as good a nap as I did. And it looks like our guest hasn't eaten us, so that's a bonus.
We are still in one piece, yes?
And yes, Cole would say that even if the our guest is still there.
No, he is not here. It is just the 7 of you here in the room.
Gotcha. So did he say that we were free to look around, or
He did.
huh? I would have assumed that we would have had dinner and left. Or, been killed.
He shut the drawbridge.
Or, been locked in.
Well, I mean, only partly locked in. I'm sure there's a rooftop somewhere.
Okay, one of us could get away.
Sometimes that's all you need. I mean, especially if you're the one that can get away.
True.
Cole says that being the person who could fly away from here without problems.
So, we want to go check out that crypt?
Yep.
Or browse the castle?
Browse the castle until we find a chapel and find its crypt.
Yeah.
Sounds fair.
Or we might find the treasury and find out what's in the room beneath the treasury.
Hey, I'm all for finding
If it happens,
treasure.
it happens.
Yeah.
Oh, alright.
Now you guys are gonna have to lead. My head is still a little delicate.
So I'm going to switch us back over to the party token, so we don't get all lost and separated in here. You guys find that the doors behind you were closed but not locked. You can wander back out into the hallway. Find no one's there waiting for you.
No, there's an elf. And Strahd.
It feels just like home.
Which way would you like to go to explore and investigate? The stairs up and down to the east, a large staircase leading up to the north, and northeast there's a set of double doors. Who knows where that leads?
See. Did we discern how big the castle is by walking up to it?
Give me a intelligence check to. It big. Real big.
Yes, it is of such a size that you know he is compensating for something.
The fact that he doesn't breathe anymore. Anyway. I believe we were going to poke around for a chapel, if possible.
Sounds good.
Alright, yeah, in search of chapel. That still leaves 3 options, as you guys haven't discerned precisely which direction the chapel might be in yet.
Nope, not a clue. Let's go north, if you don't mind.
Alright, you guys head north back to the
No.
big circular room. Got a staircase leading upward in front of you, and it's double doors to the east.
Check the door.
Alright. You open up the door. The grand hall is choked with dust and stretches into darkness ahead. Webs hang from the arched ceiling like drapes, and life-size statues of knights line the hallway on both sides, their eyes seeming to watch you. And those of you who can see in the darkness see what seems to be another set of double doors at the far end of the hallway.
There's double doors at the other end of the hallway.
Okay.
And give me a perception check, those of you who have dark vision.
I gotta check and see if I have dark vision. I don't remember.
I'm an elf.
All
I'm
the
pretty
things
sure I do.
have. I don't.
Yeah, Cole, you do. Let's see. Ida does not. Yaren does not. And none of the NPC. But Cole, what you do see, above the doorway at the far end of the hall, you see a symbol of beaten bronze. That looks like a rising or setting sun.
Okay. I'll let everyone know what I'm able to see.
With that information relayed, do you wish to proceed down the hallway? You're going to go elsewhere.
When he says that, can I make a religion check to see if it has any references to something I know?
Sure.
I can try to.
What is it?
I believe that has something to do with the Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints. Or possibly Jehovah's Witnesses.
Kaida, you actually do recognize it as a symbol of the Morning Lord.
Well, that might be the chapel. It's the Morning Lord's symbol.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we should definitely check it out then.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Yes, we should check that out.
Okay. You guys begin making your way down the hallway, with the eyes seeming to follow you down the hallway as you do. At the end of the hallway, you find the door, open it up, and with what great luck, you have found the chapel. Dim colored light filters through tall, broken, and boarded up windows of stained glass, illuminating the ancient chapel of Ravenloft. A few bats flutter about near the top of the 90-foot high domed ceiling. Balcony runs the length of the west wall, 50 feet above the floor. In the center of the balcony, two dark shapes are slumped in tall chairs. Benches coated with centuries of dust lie about the floor in jumbled disarray. Beyond this debris, lit by a piercing shaft of light, an altar stands upon the stone platform. The sides of the altar are carved with reliefs of angelic figures entwined with grapevines. The light from above falls directly on a silver statuette. A cloaked figure is draped over the altar, and a black mace lies on the floor near its feet.
We should definitely check out that mace.
Hmm.
I'm
And
just
the
saying,
cloaked
it looks
figure and
pretty.
the slumped figures.
Yeah.
Yep, that mace really looks badass.
Mm-hmm.
But Alton's the only one that could wield it, right?
Don't know.
Um,
Not good, probably.
a mace is considered a simple weapon, so it may not be quite as restrictive as you think.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Cole, you would be proficient with it. You do have proficiency with maces.
Oh. So then, okay, this is old school. Scott has to ask this question for clarification.
Mm-hmm.
So druids don't have restrictions on the weapons that they can use anymore?
No.
Okay. Well, then Cole may very well be interested in the bitchin' looking black mace.
Is the figure alive or dead?
Uh,
Undead.
You'd have to look closer, but he is not moving, and there's a statuette in one of his hands. Or his hand is kind of resting on the statuette there.
Hmm. I'll check him out with sword in hand.
Okay. Yeah, you circle around him and the altar there. He's definitely not responding. He's either doesn't seem to be breathing either. Seems to be probably dead.
Okay. Any cause of injuries? Would it require an investigation or a medicine check?
You'd probably need a medicine check for that.
Can you do that unskilled just with a wisdom bonus?
Yeah.
Oh man, he's healthy, guys.
You're maybe not quite sure he's actually dead. Maybe he's just a statue, or maybe he's just holding really still.
No. I see him breathing too.
No.
How do we
What?
know we need to double check?
What are these things?
Candelabras that have
Okay.
been knocked over. So you have this man here who is supposedly still alive, just laying there motionless and grasping the statuette. How would you like to deal with this situation?
I feel like Cole should walk over to him and be like, dude, really like that mace. Where did you find that?
He does not dignify you with a response.
Yep, Cole placed a hand on his shoulder. Buddy, hey, talking to you.
It seems as if he doesn't notice you. Who knows why?
Hello. Give him a little shake.
You shift him in just the right manner to where he, kind of falls off of the altar there, and off to the side.
Cole just exaggeratedly follows the motion of the guy falling over. All right, so either he had some of the drink I did, or we're way off on our assessment of him being undead. And by that I mean not dead.
Right.
Yeah, he continues to lay on the ground motionless. At this point,
Is there any? Oh,
go ahead.
Is there any languages on like celestial or anything on this altar?
No, it does not seem to have any writing on it of any kind.
Okay.
Just carved with reliefs of angelic figures entwined with vines.
Oh my word. That is an awesome roll, Rodney.
Mhm. This guy might not be dead, but he's certainly not very alive. Man, is he in bad shape? Is he bleeding anywhere?
No, not that you can see.
Well, while he's sleeping it off, I think I'm just gonna take a look at this, and I'm just gonna pick up the black mace.
Okay.
Just kind of casually. One of the NPCs is gonna have to be like slapping their forehead, going, "He's dead, you idiot."
He's sleeping. Don't wake him.
I just imagine Arabelle's just standing there looking at all of you like, are you all stupid or something? The guy, half the guy's face is rotted off. He's dead.
Oh, oh, okay. See, I was looking at him from the right side. Okay, that makes sense now.
No, that's much more disturbing.
So yeah, Cole, you take a look at that mace there.
Hell yeah, I do.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's a mace. It's black. You can take it if you want.
Nobody has any objections. I'm definitely
Go ahead.
going to grab it and check it out later.
What about the statuette?
It is. You take a look at it there on the altar. It's a 12-inch tall statuette made of, looks like silver. Depicts a cleric kneeling in supplication.
Like the dead guy, right? Okay. I'll take the dead guy's spot and kneel and see if there's anything that happens with that.
Let me see. Nope, there does not seem to be anything that happens when you do that.
Okay.
All right. So how do I get up to the balcony?
There seem to be a couple of sets of stairs off to, or hallways that lead to stairs off of either side of the chapel.
Well, since the guy's dead, does he have anything useful on it?
Let's see. He's got a fur-lined black cloak that's embroidered with gold thread. Looks quite nice. Set of chainmail. Nothing particularly fancy. And just the black mace that Cole has picked up.
Right.
Kieran, were you interested in heading up to the balcony?
Yes, if it's obvious how to get up there.
Yeah, so you take a look at the north of the two little offshoot hallways. And it seems like it heads in the right direction for the balcony. You step through an arched room that connects a vast chamber to the east, and a staircase that rises to the west. Alcoves in the north and south wall hold 8-foot-tall sculptures of helmeted knights with muscular builds. Black shadows fall across their faces. You make your way up a creaky staircase made of old wood, and you find yourself up on the balcony. Sculpted stone railing encloses a long balcony which overlooks Ravenloft's chapel. Two ornate thrones stand side by side in the center of the balcony, covered with dust and strung with cobwebs. The thrones face away from the double doors that give access to the balcony. And there seem to be two beings slouched over in the thrones.
Mm-hmm.
They must be sleeping as well.
I will move quietly around to where I can get a better look at them.
Okay. What did you do, Firefox? Give me a moment. I've got to restart Firefox. For some reason, it did not like me pulling up that page. Okay, there we are. You sneak around and try and get a better look. The bodies slouched over in the thrones look rather decayed.
All right. Sure. I will cautiously approach and how are they kitted out?
It is hard to tell for sure. They seem to be wearing cloaks, covering most of them. You'll see little bits here and there that have decayed through the openings in the cloaks.
All right. So I poke the one on the left.
Alright, let me see.
Yay, cannibals these.
Let me see. Okay, there we are. So as you disturb that body, unlike the one down at the altar, this one begins to move on its own.
Okay.
I'm going to need initiative from everybody.
This is not going to go well. I don't think any of us have rolled a 2-digit number all night.
Oh, I did when I was sneaking.
All right, let's see. Let's see. You are a ways away, so let's. Esmeralda is going to start dashing up towards you as soon as she hears that movement. Irina and Arabelle are going to stay back. Kieran, it is your turn, and you're faced with two zombies of sorts before you.
There, I think that's got it.
You rolled a 2, and it was sufficient to hit them.
Okay. I would like to also run away.
Okay.
Well, actually, let's go the other way. Yeah. One, two, three, four, 5. Yeah, I think that's how far I go.
Yep, looks about right. Kaida. It is your turn. Probably don't have a line of sight from where you're at.
Okay. Let's see. I'm in this.
I am not going to be shy about going zombie, zombie, zombie.
Would I have line of sight if I step up on the altar, you think?
Yeah, I would say if you're like, standing up on top of the altar, you probably got line of sight from there. I think that's far enough. Yeah, seems reasonable to me.
Now, I was just kind of going through my features. And I have one where I can use an Eldritch Blast basically as an arrow. And it does the Eldritch Blast plus tiny font. Benefits of the weapon also apply to the magical arrows. Well, I don't have a... There's no benefits to the weapon. Okay. I had a +1 crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Pew.
Nice. Give us your second beam. First zombie has been vaporized.
Oh, sorry.
Is that it for you, Kaida?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Zombie 1 is zombie paste. Cole.
I think I am going to join Qaeda
Okay.
and see if I can get a shot off. No, I cannot. Okay.
You do manage to get a hit, just on the one that's already dead.
You know, it's better safe than sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Full tap.
Cole's like, I totally meant to do that.
Alton.
Okay. I'm going to use the aura all. I don't know how you pronounce that.
Alacrity.
Alacrity, yeah. To increase my speed, and I'm going to go up here to Kieran. Let's
Okay.
see.
That gives you 40 feet of movement, 80 if you dash.
Right. I'll dash.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, that will get you right there.
I'm here for you. And
And
And,
that probably, since it's dashing, I'll use my action.
right. Let's see, the zombie is up. Let's see. Oh good, he does have enough movement to get over here. He stumbles around the corner following Kieran. He's going to make some attacks against Kieran and some against Alton.
Okay.
Couple points of damage to each of you. Esmeralda's going to run up, push through, turn around, and attack. Alright. Kieran, it is your turn.
Oh, how convenient. He's right there.
Indeed. A very solid hit. The zombie is barely standing.
Okay.
Is that it for you?
Yep. Think so?
Okay. Kaida, we're back around to you.
I'm presuming I can still see him.
Yeah, just barely. He's probably got a slight bonus from his AC, but it'd put him at a 10 rather than an 8.
Don't think it helped him.
Nope. Alright, you have dealt with that imminent danger.
Definitely checking them for loot.
Yeah.
They don't seem to have much of anything on them. Just some worn and tattered cloaks.
Were they the same color of cloak as the guy at the altar?
No.
Yeah.
Is that a set of doors I see?
It is a set of doors.
And before we open those, I'll just search the room thoroughly for hidden doors. Anybody want to help?
Yeah.
Okay. No hidden doors that you're able to find here. Got the just a set of double doors on the balcony, the set of doors down below, a couple of hallways that offshoot, one of which led you up here. And there does seem to be another door that leads outside the chapel over in that vicinity. But nothing seems to be hidden in here.
Hey, Cole, grab that statue.
Uh, this one?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cole hugs it.
I mean, if it's a female statue, he's grabbing the boobs and then bringing it over.
Let me check. Okay, you're good. Yeah, you grab the statuette and bring it with you.
Yeah, I can't get up there, but
Yeah, there's a wall there. You bring it up, it's actually rather heavy at 10 pounds. Solid metal.
Damn. Thing's got some weight to it.
Did anyone check the altar itself?
Like what kind of check do you...
Like check for compartments or stairways or slide ability for something else?
No,
I mean, I most certainly did not.
no, none of that has been checked.
Hold on a second. I'll run down there. And
Okay.
that's finagle with it.
Okay. Give me a investigation check.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be anything special about it here.
Okay.
Solid stone altar, basically.
Worth a shot. Okay, I'll get back up here.
Okay. You have all reconvened. Where would you like to go next?
Well, I guess we gotta pick a door.
Yep.
That one?
Well, I'm afraid that I'm not being a lot of help on picking doors because my map manipulation is still somewhat disabled.
Is that the hallway we came in? No, it's not.
No. The second floor hall.
So you walk through a 20-foot high hallway that's a dark vaulted ceiling draped with cobwebs. A low moan seems to travel the length of the corridor as it rises and falls, intoning sadness and despair.
Apparently crypts aren't upstairs.
What was that, Rodney?
Generally, crypts aren't upstairs.
Yeah.
He has a point.
Real. Okay. We'll head back. I'll head back.
You guys decide down is better right now, so I'll send you back down to the floor below. They've gone through this way, found the hallway upstairs. You've got another hallway over here. It leads to a big circular staircase that goes both up and down, as well as a door that leads outside over here. And to the other staircase that you saw earlier. You have options.
Well, I mean, if we want to go down, there's a way down.
That there is.
Let's check it.
Alright.
down does seem to be the logical way to go.
You walk through another
Yeah.
arched room connecting the vast chamber that is a chapel to a landing of a staircase to the west. To the left of the landing, the stair curls down into darkness, and to the right, the stairs climb into thick drapes of cobwebs. Alcoves in the north and south walls hold 8-foot-tall sculptures of helmed knights with bright blades. Black shadows obscure their faces. And as you step into the landing, the large flagstones of the spiraling staircase lead up and down around a 20-foot wide stone core. Cobwebs fill the staircase, making it difficult to see even the ceiling. Heavy beams sag overhead from centuries of supporting weight.
Is that a 20-foot wide solid or 25-foot wide open stone core?
Solid from what you can see, but that's hard to say if it's actually open or not.
Not hard to say if it's hollow or not, but it's not open. We can't see the other
Right.
side.
Right, not open. If you do tap on it, it does seem to ring a little bit hollow on the other side.
Not particularly surprised by that. Clever use of space. I still say we go down. Of course, I can't see in the dark,
Well,
but if you'd like me to.
if we go down, there's one pathway that's cobweb free, and the other pathway has cobwebs, right?
It's pretty well cobwebbed in both directions.
Oh,
The whole castle's covered in cobwebs, basically.
okay. I was trying to discern which one was less used, because Strahd would go to his lair, maybe through this hallway, be more easily traversed going down, while the can't think of the word, the tombs might be a little less used.
Yeah, but he travels as a bat or an evil wind.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Still, I say down.
Okay. We'll try it. Anyone any objections?
I mean, we said we wanted to find the crypt. Crypts are
The
down.
one way is as good as another.
Yep. Let's see.
I got aura protection too. Is there a time duration on that?
No, those are just perpetual things that are always up for you.
Okay. Yeah. If you're clustered up next to me within 10 foot, you get a bonus to saves. Oh, might be useful if we come across something.
Alright, so you guys begin descending downward. Let's see. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, so you guys start descending. You guys get about 10 feet down vertically. And you find a stone wall blocking the staircase.
Stone wall.
Yeah, a stone wall on the staircase blocking further descent down the stairs. Seems to have been recently constructed, at least compared to the castle around it.
We should probably check to see, if it's even real.
Give me a perception checks.
Oh, damn. There goes them wild random dice. Nice.
Some excellent rolls there. So you guys notice that the wall is very much real. It is actual stone and actually there. You do notice there's a small chink in the wall that allows, or you presume would allow, gas, or perhaps someone in a gaseous form to pass through the wall. Wall seems rather sturdy, too sturdy to just knock down in one go, but you figure, given the thickness of the wall, and about an hour's work from the group of you, you could create a hole big enough to crawl through in an hour, or reduce it to a pile of masonry bricks and rubble in about 2 hours if you wish to clear the wall and do so.
Would it be possible for me to utilize my alchemy supplies to perhaps rapidly accelerate that process?
Let me see.
I use a crowbar. It's handy. Crowbar and hammer combo.
Yeah, the 1 hour assumes you would be using like crowbars and hammers and those sorts of tools available to you. Yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead and make a roll with your alchemist supplies.
All right. What does that default off of? Intelligence?
Yeah, I'm gonna say intelligence seems I'm gonna say- so you look at the wall for a moment and sort through your vials, and you're like, yeah, I got this, and you dump some chemicals on the crack in the wall, and you dump some other chemicals on it, and you made a baking soda volcano in the gap in the wall.
Damn it! I forgot the red dye to it. Son of a. Okay, no. Seriously, I'll get this, guys. You go ahead and get started.
We would find a different route, or
Absolute chaos dice.
So after everyone else has spent about 10 or 15 minutes digging, Cole's sitting there like, oh right, here's my bottle of acid. Let's dump some of that on that mortar and help break things up a bit.
Wow. Just wow.
So we stand clear for a few moments.
Yeah. let the acid do its work until, for about 10 or 15 minutes or so. And between your initial work, the work of the acid, and your little bit of cleaning up and finalizing work afterwards, you cut your hour down to about 35 or 40 minutes.
Nice.
And let's see.
Yes.
You begin descending further. Let's see. As you begin descending further, about 30 feet further down, you notice another crack in the wall, the exterior wall of the stairway, through which you notice what seems to be a winery. Or a wine cellar on the other side of the wall.
Did the stairs keep going down?
They do keep going down. I was just pointing that out.
He has just riddled this place with clever ways to get through.
Let's see. Oops, I forgot to put doors in the next map. One moment. Alright, good enough. Moment. Let's copy some tokens. So you guys have descended probably about 100 feet by this point. Before the stairs finally end and you come across a landing far, far down below. Buried deep beneath the castle of Ravenloft lie ancient catacombs with arched ceilings supported by wide hollow columns that double as crypts. Cobwebs hang limp in the musty air. A thick fog clings to the floor, which is covered in putrid waste. The black ceiling is moving.
Should I be able to
Hello.
see anything
It would help if I made your tokens visible, I think.
Yes, indeed.
So before you lies dozens upon dozens of crypts, most of which are sealed. Perhaps interesting things lie inside.
Like zombies that want to eat her face,
Could be.
or maybe magical weapons.
I mean, both would be
Could be
interesting.
anything in this mystery box. It could be a boat.
It could be a boat. There's only one way to find out. Yeah, now you get the fun game of which door should I open?
Why is the ceiling moving?
It's an excellent question.
Give me a perception check.
I don't see the ceiling moving. What are you talking about?
Just be an illusion.
Cole, you take one look at the ceiling, you know exactly what it is. It is bats. Tens of thousands of bats hanging from the ceiling.
It's bats, guys.
Yes, it is completely insane that the ceiling is moving.
Oh, no, I mean, furry winged rodents. Bats.
Ah,
Whole lot of
there's a
them.
lot of. Yeah.
Well, do we check these doors or just head down the hallway?
I say we check the doors.
Unless there's symbols above the doors that tell us which door to check, we need to check the doors.
Yeah, they don't have any particular symbols above them, at least nothing noteworthy.
This one to myself is locked.
Each of them sealed with a chiseled stone door of sorts. But they're not so much locked, that's just my way of keeping you from getting too far ahead too quickly. If you'd like to push open any of those, just let me know which ones and see what's inside. But you want to do that locked one there first?
Yeah, it seems like the one to the north is already open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see there, the stone door of that crypt's been carefully laid to one side. And and through the swirly mist of perpetual fog, freshly engraved letters spell out the words Irina Kolyana, wife.
Oh. Huh.
Irina, this is so charming. He's already got a spot for you.
It is concerning to say the least. Hope to never use it. While you guys are looking around a bit, she goes and tries to chisel off the wife portion of it.
I'll hand her a hammer so she can deface it in style.
Cole, while that's going on, you go ahead and push open the crypt to the south there.
Yes.
This one is labeled Petrina Velikovna, bride.
Wait, so there's a difference between wife and bride for him?
Apparently. But as you push open that door, from the darkness comes a horrifying visage. Spectral elf maiden twisted by the horror of her undead existence. She wails, and the very sound claws at your soul.
Shit. Banshee incoming.
Yeah. Wait, claws at my soul. Is that a saving throw?
No, not yet. But probably quite soon.
Perhaps the specter merely needs to be released from its bondage.
Or perhaps she's really into bondage and we need to roll initiative.
I think the initiative is in order.
Yeah.
Really?
There it is. Kaida, you are up first.
I mean, what's a warlock to do?
Yeah, but what a warlock does best. Very nice. Cole.
I don't know if I'm going to be of much use against a freaking banshee.
You could try flirting with it.
Not with my charisma. I'm thinking that the wisest choice in this situation is perhaps take a couple of steps back to let the professionals handle the front end work. And shoot a bitch in the titty.
Alright, it does a couple of points of damage. Not as much as you'd like, but It's something. Oops, did not mean to do that with advantage. That doesn't matter anyway. Kieran.
Okay. Huh? Let's see if that works this time. Huh,
No dice.
no, not at all. And as far as I know, I only have one attack around.
I believe that's right.
Where would you find that at? I mean, on this page.
You'd have something to the effect of extra attack ability under passive abilities. I don't think rogues usually get second attacks. If they do, it's usually an offhand weapon sort of thing.
I thought we eventually got one, but maybe not.
I maybe at higher levels. I don't remember for sure.
Yeah, it's up there a ways.
Yeah. Banshee is going to come out. And present a... What are we going to do? Yeah, that sounds fun. The Banshee's going to wail. Oh. Constitution saving throws. Let's see. Irina falls unconscious. Alton takes damage. Cole takes damage. Kaida falls unconscious.
Now, I have the aria protection. Do I have to turn that on?
No, that would be on. I believe that was 10 feet.
Yes.
Okay, that does not help for Kaida. Does that help for Irina? No, it is not enough. Okay. Okay. That is the Banshee's turn. She has wailed. Alton.
Rest, you wench. And I'll do 2 attacks with the Sun Sword.
Okay.
And let's see. Putting something wrong here.
Yeah, I think that did the job. At this point, Arable points out, hey, you killed the thing, but your friend's dying. Pointing at Kaida, who's laying on the ground, bleeding out. I presume someone will want to go and save him.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm up after his
Yeah.
death saving throw. I will be happy to do so.
Yeah, go ahead and... He succeeds on that, go ahead and do whatever it is you would like to do.
I would presume that the simplest thing would be just to target him and oh, sorry. Let me move closer. There you go. There we go. And just do that.
Kaida is back alive.
Man, talk about these insane random generated dice. But also, I think it is about time for me to turn into a pumpkin, guys.
Yeah, I was thinking it's probably a good stopping point. As you've got a lot of rooms to explore here.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, Colin, as always, thank you for hosting. It's been a lot of fun. Sorry about the doggus interruptus.
All good.
They were being absolute brats. Plus plus.